Hello everyone, I Dr. Kailas Sanam from NB Mehta Science College Body welcomes you all in second lecture of classification of dyes based on application and dyeing methods. Let's see classification of dyes based on applicability of substrate. How dyes are classified based on their applicability of substrate. So they are classified into acid dyes, basic dyes, direct dyes, azoic dyes, modern dyes, vat dyes, sulfur dyes, dispersed dyes, and lastly into reactive dyes. Let's see here acid dyes. Acid dyes dye wool, silk and other protein fibers from acid bath containing dilute sulfuric acid or acetic acid. They have no affinity for cotton, linen or viscose rayon. They are water soluble dyes and contain sulfonic acid and rarely carboxylic acid group or phenolic group. Okay, these dyes are what? Water soluble dyes contain sulfonic acid group and rarely carboxylic or phenolic OH group. They produce wide range of brilliant shades. These dyes produce wide range of brilliant shades. The fastness property of this group vary widely. Okay, fastness property of these acid dyes are very widely, but many dyes have excellent fastness towards washing. But many dyes have excellent fastness toward washing. For example, orange 2. See, this is the example of orange 2 dye. Okay, orange 2 dye is having azo group N double bond N. Okay, in their structure, and this SO3Na as a exochromic group, hydroxyl group as a oxochromic group. So this is what a example of acid dye. This is orange 2. Let us see next class of dye, basic dyes. Basic dyes are used to dye wool from weakly acidic bath. They have poor affinity to cotton and cellulose fibers. Hence, they are dyed with the help of modern light tannic acid or tartar emetic. Some of the basic dyes are used for dyeing and printing polyacrylonitrile fiber. Some of the basic dyes are used for dyeing and printing polyacrylonitrile fiber. Basic dyes have brilliance of shade and high tinctorial value, but they have poor light fastness. Basic dyes have what? Brilliance of shade, that means very good shades of color, high tinctorial value, but they are having what? Poor light fastness, while acid dyes are having good light fastness. See, basic dyes are having nitrogen atom. Okay, that nitrogen atom, it may be a primary amino group in the form of primary amino group or tertiary amino group, or it may have heterocyclic system like oxazine, thiazine, and that system may have basic oxygen and sulfur atom. These are the characteristic of what? Basic dyes. See, these basic dyes are mainly used for dyeing wool and leather and paper. Basic dyes are mainly used for what? Dyeing wool, leather and paper. For example, methyl violet and Victoria blue V. See, this is what? Methyl violet, and this is what? Victoria blue V. Both are these what? Basic dyes. See here, these basic dyes is contain a secondary amino group. Okay, here this is what? Tertiary amino group. Here this is what? A tertiary amino group. Okay, while here Victoria blue contain both tertiary amino group in their structure. Now let us see next class of dyes, direct dyes. These dyes are mainly applied on cellulosic fiber such as cotton, viscose rayon and cyperammonium rayon. These dyes are easily applied from aqueous solution, so they are called as direct dyes. Some direct dyes require presence of inorganic electrolyte. These dyes are also called salt dyes since common salt or a Glauber salt is generally added to the dye bath for exhaustion of dye. See, in addition with the direct dyes, I would like to say these dyes have affinity or substantivity for cellulosic fibers, hence they are also called as substantive dyes. Direct dyes have poor fastness and washing fastness, poor light and washing fastness. They are extensively used due to low cost and simplicity of dyeing process. For example, Benzofast Yellow 5GL. This is what one of the direct dye. See, next class of dyes are azoic dyes. These dyes are belong to the class which is not a ready-made dyes. Okay, these are not a ready-made dyes. These dyes we have to form at the time of application of dye to the substrate. That means as soon as the dye is formed on the substrate, that will get applied to that substrate. Hence they are not a ready-made dyes. Okay, hence these dyes are also called ingrained dyes or developed dyes. Thus the preparation and application to the fiber take place together. Naphthals are the coupling components. Generally they are what? Aryl amides of aromatic acid. Naphthal are what? Coupling component. Generally they are aryl amide of aromatic acid like carboxylic acid. And azoic bases are what? Aromatic primary amine which are used in the diazotized form when applying to the fiber. What are azoic bases? They are aromatic primary amine like aniline we can say, which are used in the diazotized form. That means aniline we have to diazotize to form benzene diazonium chloride when applied to the fiber. So this is what one of the example of azoic dye, naphthol AS, and this is what? Naphthol ASG. See, in addition to the azoic dyes, I would like to say during dyeing, the fabric is impregnated with an alkaline solution of a coupling component, that is naphthol, and when it is treated with a diazonium salt, that is base, the dye then forms on the fabric. Okay, during dyeing the fabric is impregnated with an alkaline solution of a coupling component. Okay, fabric we have to impregnate with coupling component, that is naphthol. That solution will be a what? Alkaline solution. And when this impregnated fabric with naphthol, when we will treat it with what? Diazonium salt, then the dye will form on that fabric and it will get applied to that fabric also. Azoic dyes are very popular due to their cheapness and bright shades. Okay, azoic dyes are also very popular like direct dyes due to their cheapness and bright shades. They have excellent washing fastness, rubbing fastness. The azoic dyeing is carried out at low temperature 0 to 5 degrees Celsius. Hence, these dyes are also called ice color. Okay, hence these dyes are also called what? Ice color. See, next class of dye are modern dyes. Next class of dyes are what? Modern dyes. See, modern dyes can be applied or fixed on wool or other textile material with the help of what? A auxiliary chemical which is called modern, and hence these dyes are also called what? Modern dyes. This is what we have seen in dyeing method, modern dyeing. The moderns are used to increase dye fiber affinity Further, they combine with dyes, forming brilliant color lakes. The color of the lake depends on which mordant we are using. There are two types of mordant. One is what? Acid mordant, that is used for what? Basic dyeing. And second one is what? Acid mordant and basic mordant. Tannic acid, tannin, tartar, emetic are what? Acid mordants used for what? Basic dyes. While sparingly soluble hydroxides of chromium, aluminum, tin, iron are what? Basic mordant, and they are used for what? Acidic dyes. See here, in continuation of modern dyes, I will like to say these dyes have hydroxy, carboxylic or nitroso group at ortho position so that they can form complexes with metal ion very easily. Metallic hydroxide form coordinate covalent bonds with nitrogen and oxygen of fiber. Metallic hydroxide form coordinate covalent bonds with what? Nitrogen and oxygen of fiber, and the dye molecule respectively In wool dyeing, only chromium salt are used as mordant. In wool dyeing, okay, when we have to dye a wool fiber, at that time only chromium salt are used as a mordant. So modern dyes for wool are also called chrome dyes. The process is called chroming. The modern dyes for wool are also called what? Chrome dyes, and the process is called chroming. Modern dyes have good fastness property. For example, Erichrome black A and alizarin. See, this is what? Erichrome black A, and this is what? A alizarin. Both are what? Modern dyes. Now let us see next class of dyes, vat dyes. Vat dyes are water insoluble compounds. They are converted into water soluble form called leucoform by the action of caustic soda and reducing reagent such as sodium hydrosulfide. This is what we have already seen in vat dyeing method. Okay, see, during the reduction, carbonyl compound or a quinone compound, okay, carbonyl compound or a quinone compound is converted into what? Enolic form or phenolic group respectively. Okay, for example, if we are reducing indigo dye, then that will be a carbonyl compound will get reduced into what? Enolic form. And if we are converting anthraquinone vat dye, at that time quinone compound will get converted into phenolic form respectively. This process of reduction and solubilizing in alkali is called vatting. Okay, this alkali salt of reduced vat dye is also called leucoform. See, vat dyes are having affinity for textile material. Vat dyes are having affinity for textile material, especially cotton. During dyeing process, this leucoform of the dye is applied to what? Cotton, and then it is exposed to air. When it get oxidized into original insoluble dye molecule, which get trapped into the fiber. After dyeing method, that dye molecule will get what? Oxidized, that is that leuco compound will get oxidized into what? Insoluble dye molecule, and that will get attached to or trapped to the what? Fiber. These dyes have excellent fastness towards light, washing and perspiration. Vat dyes are having excellent fastness toward light, washing and perspiration. For example, indanthrene red 5ZK, it is one of the vat dye, and second one is what? Indanthrene brown RRD, it is also one of the vat dye. Okay, see here, indigo vat dye we have written here, and this indigo vat dye, it is what? Colored, and it is insoluble. Okay, but when it will get converted, when it will get treated with sodium hydroxide and sodium hydrosulfide, it will get reduced, and that will get converted into what? A leucoform, and this leucoform is what? Colorless. Okay, this leucoform is what? Colorless, and it is soluble in the medium. But when we will apply this leucoform to the substrate, that is to the fiber, then this leucoform will get converted. After that we have to convert that liqueform to what? Insoluble dye. Through what? Oxidation, or through what? Treating with acidic medium, isn't it? So this liqueform will get converted into insoluble vat dye. See, next class of dyes are what? Sulfur dyes. These are highly colored insoluble dyes. These are what? Highly colored insoluble dyes. They are generally prepared by heating dinitrochlorobenzenes with sodium sulfide or sulfur, with sodium sulfide and sulfur. Dinitrochlorobenzene, we have to react with what? Sodium sulfide and sulfur. The composition and structure of these dyes, that is sulfur dyes, are not well established yet. However, they are found to have S linkage, okay, disulfide linkage, and sulfone linkages, S double bond O, sulfone linkages between aromatic rings. The sulfur dyes are reduced by aqueous sodium sulfide. Sulfur dyes are what? Reduced by what? Aqueous sodium sulfide to get the soluble form. See, these are what? Sulfur dyes. They are reduced with what? Aqueous sodium sulfide to get what? Solubilized dyes, isn't it? Now, in addition to this, we will say sulfur dyes are what? This substantive form of the dye is applied to what? Cellulosic fiber. The substantive form of that sulfur dye is applied to what? Cellulosic fiber, which absorbs solubilized dye. Which absorb what? Solubilized dye. The dye is then regenerated by atmospheric oxidation. The dye is again regenerated by what? Atmospheric oxidation. Sulfur dyes have dark shades and they are what? Cheaper also. They have good fastness towards light and washing, but poor fastness towards chlorine, isn't it? Sulfur dyes are having good fastness towards light and washing, but they are having poor fastness towards chlorine. Now let us see next class of dyes, dispersed dyes. This is already we have seen in dyeing method. Okay, dispersed dyeing method. See, these dyes are used to dye hydrophobic fibers like polyester, polyamide, polyethylene and polyacrylonitrile. Okay, these dyes are used to dye what? Semi-synthetic and synthetic fibers. Dispersed dyes includes colors of the azo, anthraquinone, phthalocyanine, etc. Okay, dispersed dyes includes colors of azo, anthraquinone, phthalocyanine, etc. These are the what? The chemical classes of what? Dispersed dyes. The dispersed dyes which are used to dye cellulose acetate rayon, called as acetate dyes, called as what? Acetate dyes or dispersed acetate dyes. The dispersed dyes which are used to dye what? Cellulose acetate rayon, called as what? Acetate dyes or dispersed acetate dyes. These dyes are water soluble compound. Dispersed dyes are what? Water soluble compound. These dyes are used as fine particle dispersed in the solution with the help of dispersing agent. Okay, so these dyes are used as a fine particle dispersed in the solution with the help of dispersing reagent. In addition to these dispersed dyes, we can say, let's see, the micro dispersion are applied to the fibers using organic carriers or by using higher temperature and pressure. The micro dispersion are applied to the what? Fiber using what? Organic carrier or by using higher temperature and pressure. The fine particles of the dye diffuse into the material, that is what? Fiber, and they are held by adsorption. The fine particle will get diffused into what? Fiber, as we are applying it at higher temperature and pressure or by using some organic carrier, and that will get held by what? Adsorption. The dispersed dyes must have low molecular weight and should have hydrophilic group like ethanol amine, and should have what? Hydrophilic group like ethanol amine. These hydrophilic group help in the formation of dispersion in water. These hydrophilic group which will help what? Formation of dispersion in water. See what this is what the one of the example of dispersed dyes, Celiton fast brown 3R, and this is what second example of dispersed dyes, Perlon fast blue FFR. Okay, so this is what anthraquinone base dispersed dye, and this is what azo group, that is azo dyes base dispersed dye. Now let us see last class of dye, that is reactive dyes. Okay, see here these reactive dyes may have a reactive dye group like azo, anthraquinone, phthalocyanine, etc. And these reactive dye molecule, that is reactive dye group, should get attached to the what? Fiber reactive system. Hence these are called what? Reactive dyes. That means here we have to use reactive dye group and reactive fiber system. The fiber reactive system can be heterocyclic, and it may have what? It may have cyanuric chloride, or it may have vinyl sulfone system, isn't it? Fiber reactive system may have heterocyclic compound like what? Cyanuric chloride or vinyl sulfone system. For example, a dye having amino group treated with what? Cyanuric chloride to get a reactive dye. See here, see, this is what a dye molecule which is having primary amino group, and when we are reacting such type of dye molecule with what? Cyanuric chloride, this is what a heterocyclic system, and it is attached to what? Fiber. Then this reaction will take place. That means amino group of dye molecule will replace one of these chlorine atom, and there will be a formation of this new bond, and this is what? A reactive dye molecule. And this reaction is taking place at what? 0 to 10 degrees Celsius by the loss of hydrochloric acid, isn't it? Now let us see next point. The reactive dyes are soluble in water. The reactive dyes are what? Are soluble in water, and its aqueous solution is applied to the cellulosic fibers in alkaline medium. Its aqueous solution is applied to the what? Cellulosic fibers in alkaline medium, and it is boiled further. The fiber reactive system forms covalent bonds with cellulosic fibers. The fiber reactive system forms what? Covalent bond. Just we have seen di NH2, that is NH2 molecule of di group, sorry, NH2 group of di, it is replacing chlorine atom. So there is formation of what? Covalent bonds with the cellulosic fibers. This is called fixation of the dye. Then the partially hydrolyzed dye is removed by washing. Partially hydrolyzed dye is removed by what? Washing. Thus the fiber reactive system attached to the dye to the fiber covalently. Okay, see, this is what a dye molecule, this is what a fiber reactive system, and this is what? Fiber. Okay, so dye molecule will get attached to the fiber through what? Fiber reactive system. Okay, in addition to this, we can say the nature of linkage, it may be a ether or it may be a amide, etc. The nature of the linkage, that is fiber and a reactive dye molecule, that linkage may be a what? Amine or a amide, or it may be a ether linkage. See, since the dye is covalently bonded to the fiber, the reactive dyes have excellent fastness towards washing. Okay, there is a covalent bond between what? Dye molecule and a fiber. Hence these dyes are having excellent fastness towards washing. The cyanuric chloride based dyes are given brand name like Prokions by ICI Limited, Cibrabions by Ciba-Geigy Limited. Okay, so these cyanuric chloride based dyes are given brand name like Prokions by ICI Limited and Cibrakions by Ciba-Geigy Limited. See, reactive dyes are further classified as cold brand reactive dyes and hot brand reactive dyes. Reactive dyes are what? Further classified into two categories. One is what? Cold brand reactive dyes, and second one is what? Hot brand reactive dyes. See, Cold bond reactive dyes, they are what? Dichlorotriazine dyes, which are more reactive and can be dyed at lower temperature, that is around 20 to 30 degrees Celsius. While hot bond reactive dyes are what? Monochlorotriazine dyes, which are slightly less reactive and can be dyed at higher temperature, which are slightly what? Less reactive as compared to cold bond reactive dyes, and they are dyed at higher temperature, that is at 80 degrees Celsius to 90 degrees Celsius. So this is what Cibracoin Brilliant Red B, and this is what Procoin Brilliant Blue HB. So these are what about reactive dyes. Okay, so I hope you have understood all the classes of these dyes that we have seen in today's lecture. Okay, we will stop here. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you.